I've decided to take my health seriously, and in the past few months, I've collected years of medical checkup results in one place, which were previously scattered across different doctors. I wanted to have an overview of where I stand with my health. I analyzed what kind of checkups I've done, what I should do for my age, my gender, and risk category, and how much my health checkups in the past 2 years cost me. And while I was doing all that, I learned something important. Doing genetic health tests for prevention might be helpful to tell me what my risks are and what I should be careful about. But at the same time, they can make me uninsurable. In Switzerland, where I live, if I want to take out life insurance above a certain amount, I have to disclose the results of genetic tests I've already done. So a bad result can make my life insurance very expensive, or I might even not be insurable at all. I've done a few genetic health tests this year, and I've gotten interesting results that are very useful to understand my own body. And I'm planning to do a few more, but I've put that on hold for now, because before I test anything else, I want to sort out my life insurance. Hi, I'm Ivana. I'm 34. I live in Switzerland. I work in finance, and on this channel, I talk about personal finance, lifestyle, and things I'm genuinely curious about. So welcome, I'm glad you're here. In my last video, I collected 2 years of medical records and invoices in one place. And I found out that my health cost me over 20,000 francs in 2 years. If you haven't seen that video, you can watch it here. Seeing my father pass away suddenly at 67 earlier this year changed how I think about the future. Experiencing it made me think about my health and prevention very seriously. And it made me ask an uncomfortable question. What would happen to people I love if something happened to me? For example, my partner and I share a mortgage on our home. And if one of us dies, the other one has to carry it alone, which financially we probably could, but it would also cause unnecessary stress. Of course, we're young, we're 34 and 35, so it's not pleasant to think about these kind of topics, but we never know what can happen in life because everything is possible. So it's better to manage the manageable risks on time than to regret not doing it if the worst happens and it's too late. So why is it important to have life insurance? And why do financial advisors recommend it? When I started researching this topic, the logic became clear very quickly. So life insurance replaces the income you would have brought in for the people who depend on it. So if someone counts on your income and that income suddenly disappears, the insurance payout fills this hole. So the question to ask yourself is, would someone be in financial trouble if I died? And for a long time, my answer was no. Okay? I was single, I had no debts, nobody depended on me or on my income. And in that situation, life insurance is a waste of money, okay? So I never thought about it before. But my situation has changed, and today I share a mortgage with my partner. If I die, the bank still wants money every month, but he has to carry the whole mortgage alone on one income. And if he, for whatever reason, can't work, he'll be forced to sell our home at the worst time of his life. And the same applies the other way around. While researching, I also learned about the other situations where life insurance coverage matters, okay? So, for example, if we had children and one of us stayed at home to take care of them, both of us would need coverage, because losing the earning partner means losing the income, and losing the stay-at-home partner means suddenly paying for childcare. Or for example, if my fiance and I own a business together and one of us died, the other one wouldn't automatically inherit the shares. The shares would most likely go to the legal heirs because we're not yet married. So a life insurance payout would give the surviving one the money to buy out those shares and keep the company running. Additionally, some people cover themselves with insurance because their parents or siblings depend on their support. Life can be very unpredictable. However, this kind of financial risks can be easily managed. Now, I do understand why so many people skip life insurance. They feel like they are buying something they'll never personally use. And that makes it very easy to ignore the risks or to postpone taking out the coverage. But if the worst happens, it's too late and you can't manage the risk anymore at that moment. All right, so I already started looking for concrete solutions. I've reached out to a couple of life insurance providers here in Switzerland and asked for offers. With one of them, actually it's an insurance broker, I've already received a few offers for different sums, covering just the mortgage or covering the mortgage and a few other things. I'm not yet ready to talk about the few other things, but I probably will in the next few videos. And I got in touch with another insurance provider who offered us a comprehensive pension and life insurance analysis. So the thing is, certain things would already be covered by our pension funds here in Switzerland. So we will definitely dive deep into all of that before we decide which private insurance we'll take. And probably in one of the next videos, I'll go into the details of what we've decided to insure, how and with whom. Now let's talk about the costs. The offers I've received so far tell me that we will probably have to pay at least 1,500 to 2,000 Swiss francs a year for the insurance. It turns out the life insurance in Switzerland is very costly compared to, for example, the United States. So in terms of the costs, I'm thinking this way. The money spent on insurance premiums is basically gone out of the window and it's never coming back. However, when I start thinking that way, I remind myself that we are already paying quite some money to, for example, insure our home, right? Then we have health insurance, we have dog insurance, and people are also paying high amounts to insure their cars, right? Or other valuables. We don't have a car because my partner has a corporate car, so his company is paying for all of that. But if we would have a car, then we would also spend high amounts insuring that car, right? So why would we then not also insure our lives, or basically the thing that matters most? So when I think that way and when I put things into the perspective, then taking a life insurance really makes sense. So this is where I stand right now. I have offers already on the table and our pension plan analysis is coming up. So in one of the next videos, I'll share what we've decided and what we're insuring for how much and with whom. Alright, so if you found this useful, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. There's much more content coming on health, money and lifestyle.